Well, whatever stated in there is, it says that the brothers talked with you and you explained, and it's all written down. Might even be your letter in there. I don't remember exactly, but I'd look at it. But
if it's my own letter, then I should certainly have right to see it again. But I will be honest too. When you asked then, it was easy for me. It was easy for me to tell him go confess it because I didn't want to talk about it. This isn't something that's fun for me. This is not like. And I was so certain that once he confessed it and he's disfellowshipped like I am now and he's feeling the full weight of this, no person can bottom out like this and not feel that only God's grace could save them. I thought it was going to be handled according to Jehovah's way. And it wasn't. It was just pushed aside. So maybe when you asked me, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember being starkly taken aback when he was commenting, and I was probably not as strong as I am now to take my own voice and use it, or maybe I just said, yeah, something happened, but I was hoping he had filled in more. If I wasn't as detailed as I should have been then, I regret that, because I just wasn't strong enough, and it's not something that's easy to say.
Right, yeah, difficult to talk about. To admit that even that it even happened, even say anything, especially at that age.
I'm going to talk with Larry and Pete, and a little bit later here, likewise, Jerry. But we're going to have you leave now. Again, it's two different subjects, and I want to make clear that. I want to know from you, next time you show up at our meeting, are you coming here to disrupt the meeting, or are you coming here to listen and learn? Answer me forthright.
I don't have any future plans to disrupt it, and I can't say where my heart will be then, but right now, I don't want to learn anything from this. I know what this, I've been reciting this stuff since I was 8 years old, and it's just a little more than recital and recital.
Your emotions are up. If you come to the meeting, I'm going to have two brothers, and we're going to ask you, what are your intentions? I'm debating right now whether or not I'd like to ask you to put a no trespassing
restriction on you.
Yeah, because you don't seem to have. You came here with the intent. Did you tell Bransner's that?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about leaving during the song, and I was very thankful when I walked in that he said, "Hey, Dave, he doesn't care about the shunning. He's not going to treat me like I'm dead when I'm still alive. He sees me as a human being." And I thought that it takes this worldly guy in here to be like the best of humanity in this group of people who've known me since I was this big. And that's just.
So if we look into this some more, do you want us to get back to you?
Please,
on information?
please. I would never want to be a Jehovah's Witness again.
Yeah, we know.
And I don't want to disrupt meetings forever. No. I view
so
it.
You really don't have no need to come here anymore.
No. And I wanted to speak up earlier, but I thought this Roosevelt guy seems like a nice guy. I don't know him. I'm not going to disrupt his part. Mike's up there now, and out of respect, I don't want to disrupt that part. How about right after the song? Because this might sound like the Spirit compelled me, and I had to speak. And that was the moment where.
Well, we'll hash this over and see what we can find out.
I want you to recognize one thing, David. We have enough brothers that could have manhandled. It could have got out of hand.
And I would have loved for it to go that way.
Just follow feeling towards you. I hope you recognize that we didn't want to touch you.
You're not allowed to, first of all. It's you lock arms and you walk and usher someone out.
Right. But likewise, if confrontation does start, yes, we are allowed to.
Only if I touched you first, right?
Right.
Which I wasn't going to. My message was words, not force.
Thank you for that respect.
Well, I'm not a violent person.
back and forth. I know you're not.
I'm actually
but
a very
that-
good person, but
That's why if you show up next time, don't feel offended if I ask your intentions.
believe me, I drew first blood and I get that tonight, okay?
Yeah. Because we may just call the authorities just to come and have you removed.
Even before I spoke up, if I was here just
Yeah.
minding my good.
Yeah, yeah. So if you come again next time, and this is your warning, is that we're gonna ask you what your intentions are. And we may even be just set with you too.
To be honest, you're being incredibly fair with me right now.
Yeah,
However, my main concern isn't like, I don't want to come and disrupt meetings forever. This isn't my
Good.
goal, and I'm not going to, here we go again, isn't going to get anyone's attention
Yeah.
the second time. But I don't want you to tell me something now, so then I leave here thinking, oh, they're on my side, they're going to help me, they're going to look into it, and then it's just long forgotten, and then I can't come
Right.
back.
right. I understand
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying.
I want some assurances, or someone will call me, let me know what they found about Steve Bryant, and if when he's where he is, anything else, and two, whatever's in that file, I would like it reviewed again. Like, if it's got my
Yeah,
words,
We will
Yeah.
review it again.
Yeah, it is.
if you have to dedact certain like information, maybe I get that, but I really, like I said, I maybe was too weak then to say the full detail, speak up of what.
It may be
was
your
there, but-
responsibility to go to authorities if you feel that you have been sexually molested.
Actually, the branch gives us very specific direction, because there's a lot of legal matters, there's a lot involved, and they really are concerned about any kind of molestation. And so we got quite a bit of information on what to do when legal department wants to be contacted, so we'll
The
review
legal
that.
department wants to be contacted for, and I've actually, all this is in the Shepherding the Flock book, which is online, and it says, do not tell a victim not to go to the police, when instead it should actually say, encourage, like, that should, I know that involving the police right away brings reproach and a lot of attention on God's name and all of that, but the organization should come second to like an instinct. You would want to err on the side of caution and protect the victim more than protect the guy who maybe won't ever have a second witness. Or what if it's not a witness child?
Yeah.
What if the next one never knows who an elder is to come to? You know, it could be anyone in the community.
You know Larry, Jerry, and myself. If there is wrongdoing, you know how we would feel about it. Trust that, Dave. And
All we can do, excuse me,
but we will. I want you to know we will not stand for an incident like this again. I just want to make that point clear, and do not think that aggressive steps will not be taken. Out of respect for you, Dave, let's just end it right here, okay?
I agree. Is there someone I can call just intermittently as like I don't want it to be completely lost and forgotten, where I could say like if I don't hear something in 2 weeks maybe, or just what's the progress status report?
Said Larry is familiar, him and Pete went through this here, and that would be the issue that you would be talking about.
Mhm.
Then if you did call anybody, it would be Larry.
N-
I believe you were on the committee, the judicial committee, weren't you?
no,
I don't think originally.
Was it a
no.
judicial committee with Steve?
no.
Or was it just like he approached two elders
No,
and
this
it
year
was
we're
counsel?
talking about when you were removed.
No, it was me and, was it you?
For this last?
For some reason, I want to say it was
I
us
was
three.
on it, and I think
You and you, I know for sure. And I think Peter recused himself and Joe couldn't because of the family tie. I think it was you.
Yeah.
But in any scenario, the stuff to Steve Bryant happened when I was already disfellowshipped, but he lived in the apartment behind me, and I told him,
Why don't you make us
go.
make contact with us with a letter,
okay?
if you do, and
And the second time it happened, you should know Ryan was actually in the room. It was in the bed next door, or we were bunking up for the convention. Me and Steve Bryant in one bed trying to save money.
Old City.
Rochester, Minnesota, the convention of Jonah's baptism. Jonah was baptized the next day, and him and Ryan shared this bed. And I was just so thankful that, well, today is
Steve Bryant and Ryan.
Steve Bryant and me.
And you.
And that's when the second time it happened to me. And then Jonah and Ryan were off in a separate bed, and I wanted to scream so bad. I thought if I just cause a scene, right now there's enough of us here, I could do something, but I was so powerless. And I thought for sure, like, I just thought Jonah's getting baptized tomorrow, but at least the intention will be on him, and I can just go through the day invisible. I just wanted that.
I was actually going to go out and I actually went out and talked to Missy because I seen the lights on in the car, and then her wife was in the car. I was going to actually go out there and invite her in. And I felt pretty positive about that you were here, and I'm really sad about what has happened tonight.
And I'm sad about it too. I really wish it didn't have to come to this, and you guys, I know you're not going to, but I can't leave without feeling like it's the right thing to say is, if you ever, do some research on the history. I mean, you guys were probably all there in 1975, but there's a lot of sites that if God's word is truth, that truth shouldn't change. And a lot of this new light just keeps the end, it's putting it off, and it's keeping control over people that
Okay, I'm going to ask you to leave right now then.
jwfacts.com. It's got a lot of information using only the Watchtower's own literature, cross-examining by its own words and things it's typed.
Jesus, now 12 years old, is looking forward with special interest to the festival and the opportunity to be near the temple again.
I love you.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.